thank you for joining me. For this session, we are going to come down onto our backs. So please turn and come down onto your back with the legs bent. And we want to make sure our heels are up by our hips and our toes are pointed towards the top of the mat. We want to avoid our feet splaying out to the sides, and that is very common. So make sure to spin the feet so the toes face forward. And then in this practice, we are going to bend our elbows. So we have our arms in a 90-degree angle. The most important thing is we don't want to turn our head. So find a spot on the ceiling to focus on to keep the head centered. That way the neck will stay safe and protected throughout the exercise. So we're going to coordinate our movement with our breathing. As you're ready, push back with the arms and inhale, lift the hips up, toes relaxed. Exhale, slowly controlling the back to the floor. And we'll just keep moving with our breath. Inhale to lift up and exhaling to release back down. And notice in both directions should be slow and controlled. We don't want gravity or momentum to take over. We want our muscles to be in charge of the movement. Next time the hips are up, we're going to hold. Check in to see if your chin is dropping down towards your chest. We want to keep the chin slightly lifted. We're still pressing back with our elbows, and we're grounding with all four corners of the feet, especially the pinky toe corner. The inner arches are lifted and the toes relaxed. And then placing your attention into your rib cage, noticing your breathing. And then we're going to slowly lower the back down and let the knees rest together and the arms extend out long right by the body. And we'll turn our palms to face up and walk our shoulder blades in together. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. And you can choose to keep both feet on the floor, or you can choose to alternate legs. If you're going to alternate, we'll start with our right leg up. Remember, head is centered and toes point straight ahead. Inhaling to lift up, exhaling to lower down. And then we'll switch and other leg up, inhaling up, exhaling down. And just keep flowing at your own pace. If you try the one leg at a time and you find that that's a little much, then go back to both feet on the floor. Either way, we want to keep our head centered. We want to focus on our breath. And then once you are even on both sides, if you were alternating, we'll go ahead and take a break. Knees rest together, arms rest alongside the body, facing the palms towards the sky. All right, one last bridge. We're going to keep both feet on the floor and slowly lift the hips up and hold. If you like to go further, you can interlace your fingers underneath you and walk your shoulders in a little bit more. And then we'll gently release the back down. Take a hold of the back of the legs. Couple of deep breaths. Releasing the feet to the floor, and we'll extend our arms out to the sides in line with the shoulders, and let the knees rest over to the right. Notice we want to keep the left shoulder grounded, so it doesn't matter if the legs touch the floor. It's more important that the left shoulders stay connected. Our head can be centered. If it agrees with the neck, you can turn to the left. And then while we hold the pose, we're focused on our breathing. And then switching sides. And releasing the back to the floor. And we're going to stretch out the hips with the figure 4. So we want to flex our right foot. This is pointed, and pulling the toes back is flexing. And we want to keep the foot flexed the whole time as we cross the foot onto the center of the left thigh. If this is too much on the knee, you can extend this left leg out a little bit. If it agrees with the knee, then you can lift the legs up. We want our head and shoulders to stay on the floor. So if holding on to the back of the leg, you're reaching and rounding up, grab a dog leash or a yoga strap and place that around the back of the leg to give you that extra length in your arms so the head and shoulders stay grounded into the floor. And then of course, while we're holding the pose, we're focused on our breathing. Switch sides. Remember the flexion in the foot. And then if it agrees with the knees, you can lift the legs, making sure to keep your head connected to the floor, shoulders drawing back. And then our sacrum, the flat bone in the back of the hips, should be level. So notice if you're leaning to one side and level out the sacrum onto the floor. And then we'll slow our breathing down. Release, and now we're going to take the soles of our feet together and rest our hands on our low rib cage abdomen area and begin to balance our breath. Inhaling for the count of 4 and exhaling for the count of 4. If 4 is too much, you can do any count that fits your body, making sure the inhale and the exhale are the same length. Next exhale, grab the back of the legs and gently rock side to side. Or you can reach up for your feet for happy baby. And Shavasana. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, letting go, allowing yourself to become heavy into the floor, slowing your breathing down. present moment, keeping your attention on your breath. And then we'll wiggle our toes and fingers. And rotate the wrists and ankles. Bending the legs and gently rolling onto your side. Keeping your neck relaxed as you press up to seated. And sitting nice and tall. And taking a moment to notice the difference from the beginning of the video, the practice you just completed. Big inhale, reaching up, and exhaling to your heart.